Davis here from Golfshake.com, and we're here at the Titleist National Fitting Centre in St Ives in Cambridgeshire. And today we've invited along 3 Golfshake members who are all passionate stat trackers, all care about improving their games by tracking their stats online, drawing some conclusions from that, and then improving their golf. And they've joined us to go through a Titleist ball fitting to find out how that can improve their stats, their green and regulation stats, as well as their scrambling and up and down stats as well. Go through a process and really find out why it's so important that you play the right ball for your game. So we're off now. We're going to go off and speak to the Titleist ball fitting rep and learn a little bit more about why it's so important to get the right ball and how we go about doing just that.
For us, it's the most important part of the piece of equipment in your bag. A golf ball you're going to use every single shot when you play, from the opening tee shot to the last putt. So a golf ball fitting is, in our eyes, very important because we can determine different spin rates, different heights, different feels, and just by simply having that one golf ball which is consistent in your bag, you'll be able to understand how soft it feels, how hard it feels for putting, chipping, how far it will go, how high, how low, how well it stops. As soon as you have a different golf ball in your bag, you then kind of add more variables to your game. We do it a little bit differently, I think, to everybody else. I mean, we would tend to focus on wedges, irons and driver, so we won't kind of focus on one area of the bag. We want to look at everything through the bag. So if the guys come to me, we would start hitting some 50-yard pitches with a variety of balls. We'd measure spin rates and landing angles with those. We then go into the mid-irons, like a 7-iron, again measure height and spin rates, etc. And then we look at driver, just to make sure that not one golf ball is going longer than the other. Yeah, if you go onto our website, Titleist.co.uk, you'll see an updated list of where I'm going to be in what venues for the south half of the country, and there'll also be a list there for the northern half of the country as well.
It was different because he told me things about balls that I didn't realise were true, to do with like spin rates and softness and things like that. I had a bit of I had to get it the wrong way around basically. So yeah, it was amazing, and just to realise that there's probably not that much extra in distance you can get out of balls, but spin rates and getting into greens was amazing to find out.
Actually, honestly, no. I mean, I've always just picked up a Pro V because it's sort of what I felt that I should be playing, as everyone says our Pro V is the best, so I play the X all the time, and it was quite cool. Whilst I didn't change from that, it was really cool to see the difference from like a DT True Soft to a Velocity to a Pro V, and everything our fitter said would happen between the difference in ball flight and spin and how they work. Actually, I saw in the data, so that was really cool to see.
No, ball fitting was another new thing, and it was really clear when you can see it on the TrackMan just what the ball was doing in the air. So we looked through a few options. You know, maybe Pro V1 was what I came here expecting to be told would work for me, but actually the Pro V1X was the one that's going to give me more control because it's going to give me a slightly higher ball flight, and I could literally see that just hitting balls. So yeah, really good.
Well, Pro V1 is well, that's the one that was fitted best for me. I've just hit some here and it feels really nice. Not as hard as I thought it was going to feel, because I have hit them as I picked them up around the course. But yeah, they're heading towards the Pro V1, I think, which the bank manager's not going to probably be happy with. But hopefully with the driver, I'll keep him in play and won't lose as many.
Exactly.
So.
Especially the feeling off the club face. Like I said, D3 Super felt great off the club face, but then didn't have a lot of spin on it, you could see by the release, so that was quite good. And then up to the Pro V1 and the X, you could see the difference in how it reacted when it hit the green, and I'd say I'd never hit all 6 different balls in one go, and you can really feel the difference just by going from one to the other.
Yeah, definitely. So we had a good chip with some other balls as well, and just good to see the way that the different ones check and the different flights. So yeah, absolutely, really happy with the Pro V1X.
In that I probably won't perhaps go maybe quite as cheap. Not say cheap and cheerful. I've always tried to hit a level, but not maybe quite as cheap, because it is the one thing that is consistent almost within your game. and it can make a big difference. I've seen that from the figures that we produce with my clubs.
No, absolutely. I'll definitely work from the green backwards, as it's more important around the scoring area. So I'll definitely start by the chipping and then work onto the driver.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about how I'll get some new irons maybe later in the year. So absolutely, I think the fitting is the way to go because it will suit the game that you've got.